All, welcome to our series called Flutter Interview Questions. So today we will going to look in one of the most important questions that may asked in interview is that how we can control the future builder calling. So there are various situations that our future builder called multiple times in our stateful widget. So how we can control that? So this is the sample which I already created for you guys. As you can see that this is our future sample, and it is, you can see that there is a stateful widget, and inside the stateful widget I just use the first fetch data method which is having the future delay of 10 seconds, and after that we will returning the string data which is in the form of future. And here inside init state we are declaring my future, the variable here, and we are calling the fetch data. I will let you know that why we are doing this rather than just directly call this method inside our future builder. So what is the advantages of calling that? So let's comment that. Okay, so this is our normal future builder example where we are having the future and we are having the builder. So there are two things. We will check whether we are having the data. If we have the data, we will that show in our text, or otherwise we will show the circular progress indicator. So as you can see, this method will return our data after 10 seconds. So that means the circular progress indicator will appear for 10 seconds in the center of our screen here. So just I am just uh, rebuilding it again. So you can see that the circular progress indicator appears here. So it will appear for 10 seconds. After that it will return data as remote data. So okay, so you can see that there is a remote data, but there is some disadvantage over this code. So that disadvantages is that whenever our build method is called, so you know that already. So build method is called whenever our set changes. So when the state is changed, so when let's suppose you are having one button in our tree and you are just pressing that and you are performing some kind of operation and you want to build your state again. So in that way you can call the set state method. But if you call that set state method, your future builder will call this method again, and this will again re-trigger your background operation, and it will wait for 10 seconds. After that it will give you your data. So let's assume that inside our fetch data you are not doing this and you are having some network operation which may take around 20 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever, but whenever you do set state, that will wait for those seconds. So that is a drawback of future builder if you directly use the future method here. So how we can avoid that? So for that we are having init state method, and inside init state method we can call that method and we can give my future object here, which is our future object. So what benefit is here? So you know that the init state only call one times inside your stateful widget, so it will not appear again and again as your build method. So that is the one advantage. So that's why my future will not call fetch data again and again. So that means even if you call the set method inside your build method, so it will not going to call fetch data method. I hope you got that concept of declaring the fetch data inside our init state. So again I am just hot restarting it one time, so you can see that it will be called, yeah, so it will be going for 10 seconds. So this is one of the example of future builder. So how we can stop future builder calling from multiple times? So here I will comment this approach, and to solve the similar problem we have another approach. It's called as memorizer approach. It is the class which is available inside the async package, which we have to declare inside our public pubspec.yml file. So inside here I have to change the class name, and for that we have to import the async.dart package. So what is the benefit here and how it is different from our first approach? So here they are giving us one method, or you can say they are the one class. So here we are having the class as the async memorizer, and async memorizer will give the runs once method. So what async memorizer will do, it will just perform your background operation only once. It will not allow to continuously call it. Okay, so here just we are declaring our object has memorizer equals to async memorizer, and we will call our method directly. So inside that method we are just using memorizer dot runs once. As method name suggests, it will run only once, and inside that it will give us the return data. So whenever you call this method, it will give you the same data like remote data without waiting for 10 seconds. So again I am hot restarting it, and we will see that it will again rotate for 10 seconds, and after that it will give you the remote data text. So this is how we can actually work with our future builder and stop getting called multiple times. So I hope you guys got that. Please subscribe our channel for this more fluttery things. Thank you guys.